Okay, I want to pull a higher self oracle message. Trust and courage. So feathers might be significant. You may have gone on a, I don't know why I'm thinking about this, but you may have gone on a hike and seen Karens. That kind of reminds me of like a stack of Karens. Like Carons. I don't know if that's actually how you spell it. Not the best speller. And then courage came out. So I feel like they're wanting, your higher self wants you to know to just trust the process. They see the courage that you've had lately. They see, you might be a Leo also. You've been through a lot in your life, and this is just really an acknowledgement. I got a similar message to this the other day. Yeah, this is just an acknowledgement that, like, it's one of those things that it, like, as soon as you let go of the need to know how things are going to come in, like how that abundance is going to come in, how your manifestations are going to come in, as soon as you can let go of that and like just trust the process, it will open up and it will happen. And I know that that is so hard to do. Divine timing. That's what I mean. Like, it's just like your higher self is just like, I also just feel like so much love from your higher self to you too. Like, they're just so proud of you. It was 1 through 3 as I look down. And you're going to be successful in whatever you decide to do. So even if you don't know what that looks like, or you don't know what you're manifesting, like I'm speaking to a collective that's very creative. And so, yeah, as long as you're following like your heart and your passion, and you're doing something that makes you joyful, then you're going to be successful at it. And again, I struggled with this too, so I get it. I went out and took some of my products out. Confusion. Yeah, it's like feeling confused about where to go. That's exactly how I was feeling today. And I went to this event at like a mystical place in the area that I live. And I just kind of mingled with some other spiritual people and did some trades. I got some like sparklies in my hair. They put like little fairy things in my hair. So the dogs are barking outside. Anyway, so this might even be a call to like just get out and like put yourself out there and do something fun, and without the pressure of like needing to sell yourself. You know what I mean? So I always bring samples when I go to these events, because I make essential oils, I make with body butters, I make hemp pain renewal, I make all kinds of perfumes, stuff like that. And so I always bring stuff like that with me, because I'm like, maybe someone will trade with me. Maybe I'll barter with people. And so the person that put these in my hair, I bartered a thing of perfume with her. So that was nice. And then she was also a nurse too. And I'm a nurse, so I met a couple other people in the medical field today, so that was really, really precious. And then I've never had like an in-person like astrology reading, so I had that today, 3 through 3 as I look down. And so that was kind of fun. And then I went to this other shop that I had seen online. And I was like, and then I drove past it today and I was like, I'm gonna go into that shop. And so I went into that shop, and lo and behold, like the vibe in there was like, I'm looking at their book section, is like all the books that I have. I was just like, oh my God, I'm vibing with this place. Like, it's so beautiful. The energy was beautiful. And so I went up to the counter and I said, hey, are you the owner? And she's like, no, I'm just an employee. And I'm like, well, do you know if the owner is, and I just met the most lovely human too. So she was so sweet. I don't know what it is about people from India, but I must have had a past life there or something, because whenever I meet someone that, I don't know how you say the terminology of it, but someone with an Indian background, like it, or Indonesia, or I don't know what I'm trying to say. Forgive me, okay, if I'm saying it wrong. Anyway, I just connect with them immediately, so I know that I've had like past lives there before. But anyway, I digress. So I ended up asking her, I said, do you know if they're looking for anyone to put like essential oils in their store? and because I didn't really see any. And she was like, actually, they've been wanting someone that makes essential oils. And so I gave her my card. I gave a couple samples for her to give to the owner. And then she gave me the owner's card, and she's like, just email them, let them know you have samples. And I said, yeah, I can absolutely come back in and you know, let them sample some of my products and, you know, blah, blah, blah. But it was just a beautiful conversation. And then we were talking, and then she was telling me she makes some stuff. And I was like, oh girl, you got to get some labels. And so I was telling her how, you know, how I went about that, because that was kind of something that held me back at the beginning. Like labeling my products was like really stressful, because the process of making the labels, I just couldn't, I had a hard time figuring out how to do it. I didn't have the patience for it. I like to create the product. I don't want to like do computer stuff. So anyway, a friend of mine was like, oh, you can buy already pre-made labels on Etsy and just edit them. And I'm like, that's fantastic. So anyway, so I was just kind of sharing information with her. And so hopefully she reaches out to me, but, anyway, I plan on going back to the shop on a day that it's the owner's there and it's not busy, and maybe I could meet with them. But I feel good about that place, even better than the other place that I've already sent. They sampled my products. They love my products. I sent them a consignment. They gave me their consignment agreement, and I countered it like I said what I would like. And so I'm waiting to hear from that. But I kind of, what I realized when I left today is that even if the other place does not agree to what I would like, I'm okay with that, and I don't need to adjust what I'm looking for to meet their needs, and maybe it will work out in this other place. Maybe that, you know, who knows, but I'm not going to change what I had sent them. I'm going to stick to that, because I know that my value is that. And so anyway, I feel like there's also the listen card came out. So that's just like quieting the mind and listening to guidance. Sorry, I kind of went off on a story time, but 717 as I look down. But maybe somebody needed to hear that. Maybe somebody's trying to figure out how to make labels, dude. Etsy, I'm telling you, there's package of labels that are just pre-made. So if you make essential oils or sprays or whatever you want labels for, there are people that like create label packets that you can just download and then change it to what you want. And it's so much easier than fighting with it. If you like to create labels, then go for it, because that's, I mean, yeah, but I just don't have the patience for it. It stressed me out. So anyway, I feel like I had a really beautiful day. So put yourself out there. I feel like that's the message from your higher self, is to get out there and mingle, because you can't meet people from your apartment, period, or your home, or wherever you live. You just can't. Yeah. So anyway, I'm sending you so much love.